Mike Newell right now just looking up at the scoreboard clock and saying, you know, we're going to have to get it together in the second half because it's not together right now. Arkansas Little Rock with a substitution. Eddie Powell, senior from Columbus, Georgia, comes in, and Paul Springer goes out. And now Newell going with a little bit bigger line.
Speedy Morris didn't have much time, nor did Mike Newell prepare. They got some tapes from friends, some reports from services, but the angles LaSalle happens to be getting, they're well rehearsed, and they're just taking advantage of it. Cheapy.
Foul over the top. Gray Conlon commits the foul. That is his second. It'll be Arkansas Little Rock ball as Koritz checks back into the game for Speedy Morris in his first year as the men's coach after 2 years as the women's coach at LaSalle.
Man, that'll be a tough decision, huh?
What's that?
Giving up the girls' job for the boys' job.
Apparently, the difficulty he really had is early on in the season against Villanova. He split his pants early in the game in the win over Villanova.
Great read.
Oh, what a tip-in by Dawn.
Boy, thank goodness for Dawn.
Got 11 points.
Arkansas will be a deep hole.
Well, they're down 12 with 4.5 to play in the first half. Legler for three. 4:24 remaining first half. It's a 15-point LaSalle lead. Three-point field goal try off the mark by Eddie Powell. Koritz with the rebound, and here come the Explorers. We'll see if they stay patient like they were 2 trips ago down the floor.
They're doing a great job on the defensive checkout because I can't say enough for their deployment. Good spacing, spreading the floor.
Simmons over the top, doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Dawn. He comes up the floor, finds the open man, Uric Brown down the lane. The dish and a foul before.
On the pass, huh?
On the pass.
That's only number 6.
Let's go to Dwayne Dow.
Well, Howard and Bill during the last time out, Speedy Morris, the coach of LaSalle, calmly told his team, he said, gentlemen, we're winning because we're taking the better shots in the game. One thing we have to do is get back on defense. We've got to start getting those rebounds. Lately they've done more of that, and he looks a lot happier.
Speedy's team is up 15 with 3:52 remaining first half at the NIT semis. We'll be back in a moment. 1955 NIT, Maurice Stokes, then of tiny St. Francis, was a one-man team. He had 43 points and 19 rebounds in a semifinal loss to Dayton. The late Mo Stokes, he was a great player. The rebounding differential and the three-point field goal accuracy shows you the reason why LaSalle is up 15.
University of Arkansas Little Rock, only a 31% three-point team, but the big thing is they out-rebound opponents by 7. You can't say enough for LaSalle banging the glass.
Explorers shooting 50% from the outside overall. They're 7 for 15 for three-pointers. Little Rock is 10 of 20 from the floor. They are 2 of 4 from three-point range. 3:49 remaining, first half. Howard, David, and Bill Raftery at Madison Square Garden. Second game, Nebraska meets Southern Miss. The winners then to meet on Thursday for the championship. Shot is short and the rebound. Tough rebound for Tim Legler.
They go after it.
Legler for 3. Whoa. Legler with 13 points. Came in averaging under 19 per ball game. And the Explorers up by 18.
Are they on fire? Switch to the 1-3-1 again. Little Rock really struggling defensively.
Dawn's shot is off the mark. Dawn gets the rebound. A little gift in his hand. Look what I found. And he lays it in.
The big bodies opened up the sea, parted the waters.
Dawn has 13 of Arkansas Little Rock's 27 points.
And man-to-man. Enough for the 2-3 match. This should help Simmons.
LaSalle showing a little bit of patience now. They lead by 16. Koritz three-point field goal tries off the mark. Uric Brown now brings it up the floor for the Trojans of Arkansas Little Rock. Three-point field goal is good by Eddie Powell. His first points of the night, and it cuts it to a 13-point lead. 2:20 remaining, first half. Curtis Kidd gets off the bench for the Trojans.
Simmons got his man. They haven't been able to get it to him. Nice drive.
Nice drive and deep by Tim Legler. Legler with 15 first half points.
Mike Newell claims they can't play the man-to-man heat like. That's why they play so much zone. But they're going to have to tee it up and get down and take away the dribble paths and the passing lanes.
Cummings had the lane shut off. Barnes closed it off, and it went off his foot out of bounds. So it'll be LaSalle ball as Curtis Kidd comes into the game. Arkansas now with 6 turnovers.
They really look as though they walk the streets of New York, don't they? They're not sharp. Very disappointing, I'm sure, from Mike Newell. Better team than they played this half.
Plus referring, I guess they did a little touring.
Well, I think kids have a tendency, well, we'll walk 6 blocks and then 3 over it. All of a sudden, you got a couple of miles on your legs.
And we've got 6 guys asking you if you want to buy a watch.
A couple of soubrettes and you're dead.
Quick hands, but Koritz with good concentration. Legler, who's been on fire in the first half. The whole LaSalle team is shooting very well. Simmons has been somewhat quiet, but his teammates are doing a great job. Koritz tries to drill it home. And the quick outlet. Here they come up the floor.
Larry's had 2 quick shots and questionable.
Minute and 20 to play in the half. 15-point lead for LaSalle. Dawn with the cross-court. Ill-advised pass almost, and Brown comes up with it.
1-3-1. Bobby Koretz out. Tarr on the baseline. They inverted a little bit.
Dawn cans the jump shot. That's a 2-point field goal for James Dawn, who came off the bench and has 15 points.
They're very fortunate to be this close, I think. LaSalle's had a great half.
Yes, they have.
They've got to feel good going in at halftime.
Well, we spread the floor out just a little bit. 30 on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. 13-point lead for LaSalle going to the end of the first half. Simmons trying to drive it. Gives it off the courts. Now they work it around. Legler for 3. Little short. Strong rebound, and here comes Springer with 29 seconds remaining. Almost a walk. Kidd with the jumper.
Good night. What a
Excellent rebound by Darren Hodges.
They believe in letting it fly from deep and let the big guys go.
That was a big basket for Little Rock as it cuts the lead to 11, gives them a little bit of confidence. LaSalle will have the last answer, though, with 10 seconds to go until the end of the half. Barnes outside the Koritz with 5. Koritz in trouble, triple fake, puts it up, no good. And Arkansas Rock was down 17 at one point. The lead is 11 as they go to the locker room. Mike Newell has a couple of things to say to the officials as he goes to the dressing room. And the first half ran by. We'll come back for our halftime festivities in just a moment. Back at Madison Square Garden in New York, we're at halftime of the first semifinal game between Arkansas Little Rock and LaSalle. I'm Howard David along with Bill Raftery, and right now Billy's alma mater, LaSalle, is taking Arkansas Little Rock apart, but it's not out of the wood.
Misleading, I think. They better not be overconfident going into the locker room. Good comeback. I think the early timeout got the composure back for Mike Newell's club, and I think they're there now. The last offensive rebound, that's the kind of game they want. Let it fly, push a few people out, and grab it.
They came out of the box, so LaSalle did with 3 3-pointers. It was 9-0. But Newell got his team calmed down a little bit, brought it back to a 4-point game, and then all of a sudden, it exploded for LaSalle inside and outside.
Another interesting thing in the comeback by UALR is this switch to man-to-man, something he doesn't feel his team does well, and I think that helped take LaSalle out of that early flow.
All right, it's still very much a game. Obviously, a lot coming up at halftime. Our festivities at Madison Square Garden, the 50th National Invitation Tournament. We'll come back for our festivities in a moment.
Well, we hope you're enjoying the entertainment here at Madison Square Garden. As many colors on the floor right now as in the multicolored seats of this beautiful mecca of sports, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Hey, here's a guy many people think built the garden. Walt Frazier, MVP of the 1967 National Invitation Tournament for Southern Illinois when you beat Marquette. Do you remember back that far?
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm here. It brings back a lot of memories, and it's hard to believe it's been 21 years ago.
Hey, Clyde was the rage in the 60s in America with the New York Knicks championship teams. What are you doing these days?
I'm currently with a messenger service in sales, and I'm also a sailboat captain. I'm in the process of setting up a chartering business in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands.
What, are you going to be the next man to go after the America's Cup?
No, I just like cruising, and I find peace of mind being on the water, and it's a great hobby. It's something that you never get tired of. You never know it all.
Well, you look in great shape. Great to see you at the NIT. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here.
Walt Frazier, ladies and gentlemen. Now standing by Steve Grant, who is going to be talking to a couple of the coaches in the second game of this National Invitation Tournament semifinal night at New York's Madison Square Garden.
Welcome back. It's halftime here at Madison Square Garden at the NIT. I'm Steve Grant. M.K. Turk of Southern Mississippi's Golden Eagles. You're the coach of the next game. What do you think, first of all, of this one, real quick?
Well, I never saw so many three-pointers in my entire life. And Sal's playing great. Both of them are very fine basketball teams, well coached and worthy of being here.
You're the only team from the Metro Conference in postseason play. It's quite an honor.
Well, it is. We're carrying the Metro torch, and hopefully we can play it solid.
Will you match up well against Nebraska?
Well, I think so. They don't have great size, neither do we. Both have speed and quickness. Both like to play a transition game. So it's going to be a very exciting game.
M.K. Turk, coach of Southern Mississippi. Good luck to you.
Thanks, sir.
I've got your counterpart here, Danny Nee from Nebraska. Danny, you're coming home. You're Brooklyn born.
It's really happy to be home. A lot of friends are here, and it's just a nice situation. The Garden, the NIT, a lot of class, a lot of charisma.
You give your fans and the players a little tour, a little background tour in the New York area?
I didn't take them to my neighborhood, but I think we'll go a lot of places. Maybe tomorrow we'll get there.
All right, you played 3 home games in the regionals. You won them all. How tough will it be on a neutral site against Southern Miss tonight?
I think our kids are really excited about playing in Madison Square Garden, national TV, and we've played big games in the Big Eight, so I think we'll be ready to play.
You match up well against the Golden Eagles?
I don't think we do. They're a little bit smaller and quicker than what we're used to, but it should be a good game. A lot of multiple defenses, a lot of offense.
All right, Danny, good luck to you in the second game.
Thank you.
Danny Nee, head coach of Nebraska, M.K. Turk, head coach of Southern Mississippi. And we'll return to Madison Square Garden for the second half of our game between Arkansas Little Rock and LaSalle right after this.
LaSalle leads as we begin the second half, 45-34. The first half highlights, I guess you could say, was from 19 feet 9 inches plus.
It's not far enough for this club. 8 for 14. Larry Corretz, good standstill shooter. He nails a couple of them. And again, it made UAR change defenses early. They just came out and played them tough. Timmy Legler, who really lit it up, had an outstanding half, was able to bang a few as well. Good ball movement, rolled the post, and of course, if nothing, settle for 3. And the quick player, Richie Tarr, he sets up the offense, had cut through frequently. Here he's able to convert from deep. I mean, this was a real dilemma for Arkansas Little Rock, and the last one, typical of the whole first half. Larry Corretz nailing it.
Point shot has made Division I games high scoring, the highest since 1979, but obviously the field goal accuracy overall around the NCAA has tailed off some, but nevertheless, I think it's added a lot to the game. There were a lot of skeptics early on that said, do we like it, do we don't? I like it because it adds a little bit of excitement into the game. You never really have a game locked up until that final whistle.
LaSalle starting with the 2-3. Of course, with your speed, that's all you could do was stand still and shoot it.
That's right. Richie Guerin and myself. 3-pointer, two-handed set shot.
Dawn starting the second half. Great first half for this club. 7 for 8 from the field.
Uric Brown and Springer, the guards. 33, James Dawn, who had an exceptional first half, off the bench with 15 points. Good penetration, and the jumper does not go.
This is
strong rebound, Kidd.
This is
Kidd with only 3 points in the game.
Sort of an omen at the end of the first half. Shoot it, go get it, and right back after it now, Little Rock.
Arkansas Little Rock shot 52% from the floor in the first half compared to 49% for LaSalle. That includes the 3-point opportunities.
There's one way of stopping this club is to hold on.
Personal foul is going to be called.
Reggie Smith just held.
Reggie Smith, who just came into the games. Here's your stats on that first half. We mentioned the 52% shooting by Little Rock and 49% by LaSalle. Reggie Smith commits the first foul, the senior from Dallas.
And a man, Howard. The end of the first half, little step, little hop. Willis Reed used to do it in this building and got away with it.
Yeah, sometimes he had to even drag the leg a little bit like he did in the championship series against Los Angeles in '69. And Speedy Morris disrobing. Started to tell the story early on in that win going over the first one back in December. He split his pants early on in the game. which is okay when you're coaching the men's team, but the guy coached the women's team for a couple of years. Kidd on the turnaround, try to drill it home. Tarr with the rebound. 9-point lead, LaSalle. We played a minute and a half for the second half of basketball. The golden anniversary NIT. Tarr with a rainbow.
Well, he's got 4 rebounds. If he could ever get 8 or 9 for LaSalle, what a job it would be. And of course, help them. He averages 5 a game.
That was a 2-point field goal.
They just need some pounders in there. He's got the big body. He's not a leaper.
11-point game. LaSalle in front. They look for the open man and find it. Dawn off the mark on the back of the rim. Strong rebound. Nicely done. Very well done by Reggie Smith.
Impressive, wasn't it? They like to lean. Where Simmons a little trimmer than most of the front line of Arkansas Little Rock.
You know that in that locker room at halftime, Mike Newell probably gave his ball players a tongue lashing, conning them with the easy lay-in. They were not aggressive, and they played too passive in the first half, in all honesty.
Conlon had 2 fouls in that first half, not much of a factor. He cannot get in foul trouble, but he has to be a presence, I think, to open it up for Simmons inside.
11-point lead once again. Uric Brown picked up in the matchup, working around outside to Springer. Now Dawn trying to penetrate, not there. Uric Brown with room. Got to make those shots if you want to make a run back.
Good job sealing off.
And you got a whistle on a foul before the shot on Reggie Smith.
Lazy defense. Conlon taking advantage. Reggie got caught in that high side.
Reggie Smith, a good leaper, left the team earlier in the year, but then came back.
Well, you see the defense reacted late, and Conlon, knowing where the effort was coming from, held off so well.
Second team foul against Arkansas Little Rock in the second half. LaSalle has not committed any as yet. Tim Legler, who had a big first half with the pull-up, doesn't get it to go. Dawn with the rebound off the tip. Springer with the penetration and the pull-up. He doesn't get it to go, and Conlon with the rebound. Lionel Simmons had 8 points in the first half, averages just under 20 per ball game. Let's face it, they really didn't need him. Here's Simmons now. Shot is short, but James Dawn got a piece of it. His first foul.
You know, they went man-to-man, Arkansas Little Rock, at the end of the first half, and LaSalle forgot about Simmons. That's the first time he's really gotten the ball against the man-to-man. I didn't even go to work if they looked for him. Put the three-pointer away a little bit.
If he stays at LaSalle for the full 4 years, he's going to make some headlines. The kid has got tremendous ability.
You know, I've looked around, and I haven't seen my number 25. Maybe they've retired it. I have to check the restroom the next time I go down to LaSalle.
They retired your number, your seat in classes, and the blackboard and the rooms you were in.
Hopefully they tore up the grades so my kids won't get to see them, huh?
Embarrassment is a terrible thing. Lionel Simmons with only 9 points. 74% free throw shooter. LaSalle as a team. 73% as a team.
Pressure now, 2-2-1. They've been doing this after the made free throw. Rebounding first half, rather even, which is a disadvantage to Arkansas Little Rock.
Kidd with the pull-up. It is off the iron. Tracked down by Conlon. Here comes Richard Tarr. Torrance with room. Can't give him that kind of room. He buries it.
They had the numbers, and Richie Tarr, under complete control, delivered.
Larry Corks, the captain of the Explorers, played in 118 straight games. Played in every game since he came to LaSalle from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
I used to do camps up in that area, King's College, and I feel like I met 20 Larry Koretzes during my career.
Dawn is not going to get the bucket, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Craig Conlon, his 3rd foul. First half, I was talking about the amount of frustrating losses LaSalle has had this year. They lost by 4 to Temple, 4 to DePaul, and lost in overtime to Notre Dame, and by 7 to North Carolina.
Again, Conlon can't get in foul trouble. He felt he was set up soon enough. Good penetration, but the one thing Speedy Morris said, we don't get in foul trouble.
Ron Barnes comes into the game. Barnes comes in, Conlon sits down.
He's blocked 2 shots. The only thing he did was fumble a post pass, maybe a rebound or 2, but not a bad defender, Barnes.
James Dawn, the junior from Amarillo, Texas, a junior college transfer from Western Texas Junior College. That's 15 first half points, averaged 10 per ball game before tonight. Misses both. Simmons comes up with the loose ball. It's a 15-point lead once again for LaSalle. Springer working over Tarr a bit. Now Simmons draws going. What a move by Lionel. And we get a foul call, I think, on Curtis Kidd, who tried to help out.
Well, that was impressive, wasn't it? Little twirl, good use of the dribble, and able to get that shot off with a chance to go.
Foul, I believe, was on Curtis Kidd. It's either Kidd or Reggie Smith won.
Good spin dribble, the drop step, see the right leg. Now he avoids the traffic. And up, kiss. Ooh, he looks pretty good, doesn't he, for a youngster?
Curtis Kidd with his third foul. Lionel Simmons will go to the line. Makes the free throw. Let's go to Dwayne Dow.
They're among the LaSalle fans. Over on the Arkansas Little Rock side, it's very, very quiet right now. As we have Mike Newell, the coach, not saying very much. He was happy about 2 good follow-up rebounds early in the half, but that's about all they've had to cheer about.
Lionel Simmons cans in both. It's a 17-point LaSalle lead. We'll come back to Madison Square Garden in a moment. Back at Madison Square Garden in New York, Howard David and Bill Raftery, the first half of our semifinal doubleheader in the Golden Anniversary NIT National Invitation Tournament. Second game has Nebraska playing Southern Mississippi. First half, LaSalle just shot the lights out, and they picked it up here in the second half. They now lead by 17.
They didn't have those cheerleaders at LaSalle when I was there.
I'm not sure they had cheerleaders. I think they were all like guys that were cheerleading when you were at LaSalle.
This is an all-boys school.
LaSalle with an 8-point run right now. They are 9 of 10 from the free throw line. They're shooting very well. You know, in that 7-point loss to North Carolina, I would think it was even closer than that 7-point game. The game was in Philadelphia at the Palestra.
2-3 zone. You saw that shooting by Arkansas Little Rock. 2 for 8. They're going to have to light it up.
Springer, good penetration, but can't get it to go, and Cards with the rebound. Arkansas Little Rock having problems finding the bottom of the basket.
Still with the man-to-man.
We're talking a young team, though, in all honesty. Cards had him airborne. The shot was off the mark. James Dawn with a rebound.
He was looking for the foul and may have drawn it at the Palestra.
Arkansas Little Rock started 4 sophomores and a freshman. Fadeaway by Reggie Smith is off the mark. Springer with the save. Nicely done. Notice that Cummings has been on the bench thus far the entire half. Big freshman center. Maybe he's having a little educational training. Blocked shot there by Barnes.
That's number 3 for him. Look at this. They fell asleep, Arkansas, and Tarr made them pay for it. Good run by Simmons as well.
Foul is going to be called, I believe, on James Dawn. That is his second. And the 15th foul against Arkansas Little Rock.
Tarr under control, just looking at the floor, and you see Arkansas Little Rock back late. Look at the pump fake. Does a lot of little things for a young guy.
Lionel Simmons to the line. It'll be a 2-shot foul. 74% free throw shooter. Doesn't make that one. He's also a 52% shooter from the outside. Mike Newell, who you got a shot of before, once upon a time was an assistant at Oklahoma and recruited Wayman Tisdale and McAllister.
That'll help you get jobs.
Yes, it will.
But Simmons averaged 32.8 his senior year. And I think that's the last time they won the state or the city championship was 46.
Going out of the game, Reggie Smith, and as we mentioned before, said that I hadn't seen Jeff Cummings. Well, he's back in the game, number 53 for Arkansas Little Rock. Newell wanting to go with a bigger lineup. Need a little beef underneath, but just not getting the offensive rebounds. Only 1 shot to the basket, and that's all. It's an 18-point lead for LaSalle. Dawn. Oh, the 4th block shot by Barnes.
Well, they look very sharp, don't they, LaSalle?
They look like it's middle of the year, and the steal by Cummings.
Forced by Simmons. Finish that thought. South Philadelphia, last time they won the city championship was in 46 until this guy came along last year.
Uric Brown, three-point field goal. 8 points for Uric Brown, the sophomore from Grand Prairie.
The pressure, they go over the top. Pretty.
Nice pass. Simmons to Legler, and he missed it. And we get a foul reaching over the top. Jeff Cummings. But they missed an easy deuce.
Well, they were ready. Richie Tarr, really a heads-up player. Recognized the pressure, went deep where the numbers were in their favor. Newell's trying a little bit of everything to get him going. Nice look. Earlier you saw Simmons mishandle the basketball. I think Legler liked that one over. There's the big guy at the disadvantage.
The return to Simmons from Tarr. Excellent. Lionel Simmons now with 15 points. He was quiet in the first half, picking it up in the second. And it's a 58-41 lead for LaSalle with 13 and a half to play. Arkansas Little Rock in trouble right now because they're at the limit free throw wise or foul wise. Springer cans in the running one-hander.
Springer's tried to take over. He's taking good shots. So the offensive rebounders are in position.
Simmons wide open. The fake and the bucket.
And he was sliding not to charge. Pretty smart.
So you learn that in the playground because if you take a couple of charges on the playground, hit the asphalt a few times, you stop taking the charges. Or learn how to avoid them.
That'll hurt.
Soft jumper is off the mark by Darren Hodges. Tarr comes up with it and the steal by Uric Brown. The reacquisition by Simmons.
Nice.
Ball was deflected. Last touched, I believe, by James Dawn, so it'll be LaSalle ball.
Well, they used to call that the trailer when we were playing. Now they call it secondary break or delay. But Tarr with good recognition.
Bill Speedy Morris, the coach of LaSalle in his first year. Oh, what a nice pass, and they didn't get the bucket, but Torrance with a pretty pass underneath.
Should be Legler taking two. He likes them from 20 feet, not that close, huh?
Springer with the penetration. Again, the soft pop. Springer trying to take over, as you indicated.
He showed a lot of heart, too.
15-point lead for LaSalle with 12:20 remaining. Everything's turning into a fast break for the Explorers. That one goes.
It's more like it, huh? He needs some range.
17 points for Legler, but his first points in the second half. And a timeout is called for by the Trojans of Arkansas Little Rock. They trail by 17 with 12:08 remaining in the second half, and we'll be back. Bill Raftery. And you see some outstanding play by LaSalle, particularly passing. Watch this.
With the left hand, Legler with a great back screen, brushing his man off, finding himself free. I think Timmy liked these all year long. A little egg, but he's played so well, made the deep shots. Got to keep him out of the painted area.
LaSalle, 51. That's for the game. And Arkansas Little Rock, 44%. For this ball game that has 12:08 remaining. LaSalle leading by 17. That matches their biggest lead. And maybe Arkansas Little Rock, which doesn't shoot the threes all that much, will have to resort to him. Uric Brown, that was not for three. And the swipe by Hodges, it's short. Everybody banging the boards, and Springer comes up with it. Nice dish inside to Hodges, but a traveling violation.
I'm sure in that timeout, Speedy Morris talked about the dribble penetration of Springer. That time they weren't able to. They sealed off at a much more aggressive Arkansas Little Rock. I would see some pushing, some banging now because they're somewhat frustrated on the glass.
Keep one thing in mind, Arkansas Little Rock has 16 fouls in this half. So from here on out, it's 1-1, while LaSalle has only committed one foul as they turn it over there.
Springer. Again, the force for Arkansas Little Rock. Good pressure on Tarr.
Both teams, young basketball teams. LaSalle has played only 6 people tonight.
If you look at their numbers, that's all they played all year long.
And a little movement of the pivot foot by Paul Springer, so it'll be LaSalle ball. Coming up, the second game, Nebraska and Southern Miss. We have 11:27 remaining. As Eddie Powell comes into the ball game, the senior from Columbus, Georgia. He is a three-point shooter. 34% from three-point range during the year. And it looks like that's what Mike Newell has got to commit himself to getting into right now, is three-point range. Excellent trapping there by Little Rock, but they break the pressure. Simmons with the uncontested jumper. Dawn with the rebound. Uric Brown doesn't get it to go. Good rebound by Kidd and the lay-in.
Well, that time the press work. They took the jumper, didn't convert LaSalle. Little Rock able to come right back.
Timmy Legler with the glass.
And a little hang.
19 points for the junior from Richmond. Here's Curtis Kidd, puts it up on the glass. Dawn with a rebound momentarily. And who comes away with it but Timmy Legler? Kidd has really been quiet tonight, Billy. Averages about 16 per ball game. He has 5 points tonight.
Very much so. Not going to him. It's been really guard or Dawn.
Kidd is 2 for 10 from the outside. That's part of his problem. As Craig Conlon comes back into the game for LaSalle.
Little nickel dimer there by Uric Brown. One of those riding little hand check.
Rodney Barnes goes out. Uric Brown will leave the game, and Paul Springer comes back. Springer returns because Brown looks to me like he might have gotten a little poke in the eye. And Rich Tarr, who, as you see, has 14 points in the ball game, a 78% free throw shooter.
He's a tough kid. I happened to watch one of their games the other day, an Iona game. He just took over up in New Rochelle. Great speed and a floor general.
Tarr cans them both. He has 16 points in the game. 4 Explorers in double figures because they've only played 6 people tonight. So the scoring not exactly widely distributed, but balanced nevertheless. A 19-point lead for LaSalle. A 3-point field goal try is in by Eddie Powell.
LaSalle can't relax. They got to keep going, take good shots. They've been challenging the pressure by going over the top. Still a man-to-man. I don't think Dawn can handle Simmons. He's outside now. If he gets to the box, I don't think Dawn can guard him.
Legler and the dish to Conlon. Here's Legler again. They